During the 90s, David Adkins, better known as Sinbad, was on top of the world. The actor and comedian became a household name as fans were drawn to his family-friendly yet brutally honest material.
Everybody can't be everything. Every child can't be special. And you got to know when you got a slow child. And when you go to school and the teacher's sitting there, he's slow. We're all slow. Everybody in this family slow. We don't want him at home. Please, can he stay in your class?
After appearing in several sitcoms and films, he became the star of his own program called The Sinbad Show. But at the start of the 2000s, he fell off the celebrity radar. This is a story about marriage, divorce, bankruptcy, and a devastating health crisis. Here's an inside look at Sinbad's life and career.
Feeling hungry? Head over to rrgsnacks.com to purchase a bag of our gourmet popcorn. Available in several flavors. Now you can enjoy our super messy videos all while getting your grub on. Use code POPPIN20 to receive 20% off your first order.
After being granted a basketball scholarship, he enrolled at the University of Denver. His friends gave him the nickname Sinbad because he used to watch so many Sinbad movies, and the name stuck with him all throughout school. His college experience was terrible. Sinbad said he was one of only 15 or 20 black students on campus, and many of his classmates had never even seen a black person before. Sinbad said, "They wanted to touch my hair and my braids. It wasn't comfortable." Feeling disappointed that he wasn't one of his basketball coach's favorite players, all while dealing with the weird vibes on campus, he dropped out of college 4 weeks before he could earn a bachelor's degree in communications. He still had plans on playing professional basketball, so he tried out for a team in London. Sadly, things didn't work due to issues he was having with his knees. So he joined the Air Force.
That's the only reason I didn't join the Navy. I was looking at the Air Force and the Navy, I said, them clothes. I've had bell bottoms. I can't go back and put them back on, man.
And after some encouragement from his fellow servicemen, he signed up for the military's talent show. The crowd wasn't too fond of his pre-written jokes, but when he started freestyling his routines, everyone went wild.
Less than 20% of these kids are pulling like 2.0s, man. How can you not get a 2.0 in high school?
Where is Columbus, Ohio?
It's a trick question.
Sinbad finally unlocked his passion. As comedy became his main focus, something else caught his attention. While stationed at McConnell Air Force Base in Wichita, Kansas, he met Wichita State University student Meredith Fuller, and they fell in love. His success as an amateur stand-up comedian earned him a spot on the Air Force's entertainment touring company called Tops in Blue. But in 1982, Sinbad went AWOL and was kicked out of the military. He told the Morning Call website, "I wanted out because I had achieved all that I could achieve. I wanted to get on with my life." By the time he was discharged, he had nothing to his name. He spent the next couple of years hitching rides on Greyhound buses from one comedy club to another. He told the Daily Press he would perform in exchange for food. Many times he would show up to comedy clubs unannounced and would lie to the owners by telling them he was supposed to perform. When the owners would tell him he wasn't booked, 6'5" Sinbad would pretend to get really angry. The club owners would then break down or feel sorry for him and would allow him to go on stage. By 1984, he had made his way to Los Angeles and signed up for Star Search. He made it to the finals and had hopes of winning the $100,000 grand prize, but he came up short. Thankfully, the exposure opened up numerous doors for him. He landed a gig on the Red Fox show.
You're good at goofing. You goof your way through high school, you goof your way out of college, and you goof yourself out of a pro football career.
Hey, I can't take credit for that one. Some 300-pound lineman shattered my knee in the Super Bowl game.
Yeah, I saw that Super Bowl game on TV. They replayed your knee after every beer commercial.
And the consistent income was just what he needed to not only make ends meet, but he was finally ready to get down on one knee and ask Meredith to be his wife. And she said yes. They got married in 1986 and are now the proud parents of 2 children, Royce and Paige. A small role on The Cosby Show led to a recurring role as Walter Oakes on A Different World in 1987. Sinbad's career was on fire. He co-hosted Showtime at the Apollo and began selling out his own stand-up comedy shows nationwide. He even released his own comedy album called Brain Damaged. It's safe to say Sinbad was in demand, but he wasn't entirely satisfied. He told the Daily Press Black entertainers had to work harder to be accepted. He added, "We have to take 2 steps forward or we go 1 step back." In 1991, he left A Different World after 4 seasons because he was growing bored and tired of the sitcom. That wasn't the only thing that came to an end. He and Meredith decided to go their separate ways, and their divorce was finalized in 1992. In 1993, he appeared in his own program called The Sinbad Show.
Alexandra, I just want to say in my defense that, oh, girl, you wearing that dress. I just want you to know that. I mean, that shade of red highlights the bulging veins in your eyes.
But it was canceled after 1 season. He was ready to capitalize on his television exposure by dominating the big screen. He made a splash in House Guest and Jingle All the Way, but many of his projects were forgettable, like the movie The Cherokee Kid and his roles on Moesha and Girlfriends. The years passed, and aside from minuscule roles here and there, Sinbad's career stalled. On the bright side, he and Meredith reconciled after being apart for 10 years. He told QC Times that after just a few days of talking it out, they decided to get remarried. He said he just couldn't imagine introducing his children to another woman, so he figured it would be best to make things work with the woman he truly loved. We didn't hear much about him until 2007, when a disrespectful internet user updated his Wikipedia entry to announce he had passed away from a heart attack. His phone began ringing off the hook as concerned family members and friends tried to confirm if the beloved entertainer was really gone. A few days after the death hoax, Sinbad told a news station he was alive and well. He said he wasn't upset about the whole ordeal, but he was open to receiving an apology from Wikipedia for allowing the anonymous user to spread malicious gossip. More years passed, and without consistent money flowing in, Sinbad experienced financial issues. In 2009, the IRS hit him with an $8 million bill for unpaid taxes, and his Hidden Hills, California home was facing foreclosure. In December of that year, he filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, but according to TMZ, the case was dismissed because Sinbad didn't file the right documents. Like most celebrities during that time who were suffering from money woes, Sinbad signed up for reality TV. In 2010, he appeared on Celebrity Apprentice, and in 2011, he and his family starred in Sinbad, It's Just Family. The show premiered on WeTV and chronicled the aftermath of Sinbad losing his home to foreclosure. The show was canceled after just 1 season, and 2 years later, Sinbad filed for bankruptcy a second time. TMZ reported he was $11 million in debt, including the $8 million he still owed in back taxes. Bringing in just $16,000 a month, Sinbad felt that bankruptcy was his only option. So what exactly was he spending his money on that made him fall behind on his bills? He told Oprah Winfrey he wasn't necessarily living an extravagant lifestyle. Instead, he invested too much money in his career and in other people. For the next few years, Sinbad still performed stand-up and snagged a few voice acting roles. And then, in October 2020, while eating dinner and watching Saturday Night Live, he suffered a stroke. His family released a statement to the Associated Press, which read, "While he is beginning his road to recovery, we are faithful and optimistic that he will bring laughter into our hearts soon." In June 2021, a group of comedians held an event in Nashville in honor of Sinbad. His children read a letter on his behalf.
After the initial attack, the prognosis was very promising. However, in the days that followed, another blood clot formed and later a brain bleed. 6 surgeries later, and by the grace of God, I am still here. My recovery will be longer than I'd hoped, but I have not stopped fighting. I will not stop fighting until I can walk across the stage again. I am not done.
That statement is the last official update the world received about Sinbad's health. We here at Real Reality Gossip are praying for his recovery and wish him and his family nothing but the best. Let us know your thoughts on what happened to Sinbad, and thanks for watching Real Reality Gossip.